Well, folks, it's been 5 years since I've been keto, and I got some blood work done the other day. Let's talk about it. Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from UT University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my chauffeur.
Look at you laughing about it.
Because I know you're usually going to give me a side eye. No, but this is my wonderful wife, Shelly. Shelly Eats Steak on Instagram, and also known as the Warden.
I was gonna change it. To the Warden on Instagram. Somebody already has that name.
I know. Like with me, I can't have HungryHeath on there. Somebody has it. That's why I'm the HungryHeath on Instagram.
I know, but I was gonna be the Warden.
It's crazy.
No, somebody took that.
But yeah, if you can notice, we're in the car again. We're mobile.
Oh,
This is my
been a while.
right. This is my MS Journey update for week 158.
What?
Y'all, it's been fun.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we might have someone new here. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up.
Thank you.
And thanks
welcome.
for watching.
Yes.
So what is MS for?
This horrible thing. I can't even pronounce it correctly. Multiple sclerosis? See, that second word. I know how to say it.
Sclerosis.
Yeah. It means I have lesions on my brain, and it's a what do you call it? A neurological disease.
Yeah, of the nerves.
Of the nerves, and it affects me. It's very prominent. Y'all will notice I'm yawning a lot on camera on these updates. Even when we're doing any video, basically, part of my condition. It causes me to yawn a lot. And I get very
what a yawn.
Right? I get very tired real easily. Almost narcoleptic. Because there'll be times when I do just fall asleep, don't even realize it. We'll be sitting there watching TV or something like that, and I'm gone.
But
I'll wake up and I'll ask her, I'll say, all right, well, how long was I out for? Oh, this episode's already over? Oh, dang, okay. It's about an hour then.
But you're not telling them how you wake up at like BFD. I was trying to, I guess BCD. But yeah, like you said yesterday, you woke up at like 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, I just had the urge to use the bathroom, or the dogs will be loud, barking, or wrestling, and they'll wake me up.
Sunglasses.
Huh? You forgot them?
No, I said I'm gonna need.
No, yeah.
But yeah, so yes, he'll say he falls asleep, but it's also because he wakes up way too early. And like when he fell asleep last night, it was after 8. And I know our fellow Horde members that get up at BCD, they also are usually in bed by 8 p.m. So,
but I'm not old. I don't need to be doing that.
It might be a natural rhythm.
Yeah, whatever.
Where, if you're getting up at 4 in the morning, that, you're going to be usually ready to go to bed by 8.
I reject your logic and substitute my own.
I know. So, and let's just kind of give a little history here. So, in 2019, we went keto. Well, I went keto because I nearly died. We have our story on our channel if you want to watch that.
Twisting my arm behind my back and maybe do it too.
Yeah, and I made him do it. We were both diabetics. Like I was a horrible diabetic. A1C 13.6. I think your A1C was only like a 9.
Only.
But I made you go diabetic.
Made me go diabetic?
Nah, I know. I'm sorry. I made you go keto. I was supposed to be taking insulin, but I never did that stuff. He was on metformin. He could just take the pill, and that's what he was doing.
Those.
And then in 2019, we went keto, and within a few months,
the doctor actually called me and told me to stop taking the metformin. It could be harmful to me because I was no longer a type 2 diabetic. I was like, what? And y'all, honestly, I wasn't sold on it. I thought it was just another crazy diet. And I was still cheating. I was still working construction at the time. I was driving job to, house to house, working on new homes. And I would always stop and get breakfast or stop and get lunch or whatever. And I would just eat whatever. Go, hit the drive-thru, get a burger and fries or whatever.
Yeah.
And
the rule was he just couldn't bring it home.
Yeah. Well, what she didn't know didn't hurt her.
Right. As long as I didn't know and it wasn't in the house.
Yeah. But then, whenever he told me I was no longer type 2, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Me just being part-time keto, there's something to this.
Right.
What if I was full-time? I wonder how good I could be. And then, about, 3 years ago, I guess now?
So then in 2020 is when you were diagnosed with MS.
Yeah.
And you had a really bad flare-up.
Yes. And I found out I'm allergic to almonds and peanuts,
and legumes in general.
Because what was bad about it is I used to love peanuts and peanut butter.
So any legumes he can't have, and then almonds because they're high in lectin. So anything that's a high lectin food. So why, after that, we'd already been keto, and you get diagnosed with MS. Did you want to continue being keto? What did you decide then?
I was kind of unsure about it. And honestly, what had happened was she found Dr. Barry and started watching his videos and listened to him. And she was watching his videos all the time. And a lot of times I would just put my headphones on and watch my computer or my phone or something like that, kind of put it off to the side. It's like, well, look, she's always watching him. So let me go ahead and just start listening too. I don't know, something about his demeanor. He reminded me of a lot of the people I grew up with and the guys that taught me my cabinets and everything. Because like I say, I'm a third generation cabinet maker, and I worked with my dad and my grandfathers. They're the same crew all the time. And he was he put everything in layman terms that I could understand it. And his cadence and his terminologies and the way he talked and everything reminded me of those guys. I was like, okay. So let me start listening to him a little more. And so I could say, I still tell everybody I do Barry method keto. Because I don't track anything. I don't count carbs. I just eat meat. I eat mostly meat. And I avoid sugars. That's basically what I do.
Avoid sugars and processed foods.
Yes. Yes.
And then grains and like pasta and rice.
Right.
And breads.
No, I need mine.
It's really sunny, y'all. The sun's like, I know y'all thought it's cold, but guess what? I'm still going to shine on down on you.
So, I started following him on Instagram and Facebook and everything. We were Patreon for a while, too. So, I reached out to him after I was diagnosed with MS. I messaged him on Instagram and asked him for advice. And what he told me what to do was to go as low carb as possible. So, that's why I did a little stint with carnivore. I said close because I feel like I was still eating a lot of vegetables.
Well, at the beginning, though, when you had your flare-up, you were very strict carnivore.
Yeah.
So, no. And then it was only later that you slowly incorporated things like jalapenos,
and tomatoes.
We're Texans, so we love spicy foods. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
We're not in Sapago today. But no, we love like spicy stuff, so he had kind of missed having things like jalapenos and mushrooms, so he started incorporating those several months later after you were over your flare-up.
Yes.
So since then, I would say, yeah, we did carnivore for about a year, very strictly, and then we started adding in the veggies.
Yes.
And since then, I would say now, I would classify us as traditional keto because we do eat veggies now.
Yes.
And we're big right now into eating a lot of fermented foods. And have you had any issues with having things like fermented foods?
Not at all. In fact, I think that's helped me.
Whole veggies, we're not getting, the packaged. We're getting from the produce department.
Right. No, I haven't had any. I think it's even helped me. Because I've been 2 years now with no new lesions. And every time I go see my neurologist, he sets up my repeat visit for 6 months out.
Yeah. And no increases in your medication during the last 3 years, I guess?
None.
Yeah.
The only thing he did change on my medication was during my flare-up, I was on a 7 milligram dose of the Aubagio for the MS. And he bumped it up to 14 milligrams, which was kind of weird to me too because it's still the same size pill. So I guess I just don't understand how that all works. I figured it'd be a bigger pill, bigger dose.
Not necessarily.
Obviously.
Okay. So far you've been doing well. The one thing that I will, just so everybody knows, is last year we went on the low carb cruise. So if you're new here, yes, there is a low carb cruise. Leave us a question if you have more details and we can hook you up with Debbie that organizes that. But
I think this year they're going to Alaska, right?
No, that's next year.
My bad.
This year's out of Florida. But during that, you see show them what you're drinking right now. What you usually drink.
A Zevia.
And what is Zevia?
It's a low carb, sugar-free soda.
Yeah.
With no colorants. It kind of messed with me at first whenever I first got them, because I would get like an orange, or they have a Dr. Pepper version, or even the cola. You go to pour it in a glass and it's all clear.
Yeah. So no sugar. It's sweetened with stevia.
Yes.
Okay, but then for the cruise, of course, cruise lines don't carry Zevia.
Right. So I was drinking diet sodas, but leading up to that, probably about a month before, I was drinking a lot of diet sodas, Diet Dr. Pepper, and the Coke Zeros, and all those, and I developed a problem with it. I don't know exactly what it was that caused it. I don't know how to describe it, is what I'm trying to say, but I had this weird sensation on my arm. It almost felt like, have you ever sat too long and your leg goes to sleep or whatever, and you get kind of that tingling feeling, a numb feeling right before it goes to sleep? That's what it felt like constantly. And I couldn't get it to go away. So I went ahead and did Dr. Berry's advice again and did it a restrictive diet. What do they call it? It's a triple B&E. I only ate beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. And we did that for a little over a month and a half.
Yeah, so we did it for 30 days. And then we did a very slow reintroduction phase.
Yeah.
So which took almost a whole nother month.
Yeah.
But we were doing that just to figure out if it was something he had eaten, or, on the cruise, even though you're eating the right things, the cruises, they use the cheap oils and stuff.
Yes.
Whoa, that person's flying up on my butt. So you, because you were feeling that, and then you also told me this week, one thing you've also realized.
But for a while too, while I was at work, because I work online, I work in a call center online, and
At home.
At home.
Yeah.
But I noticed if if I got up like on my break or lunch, whatever, went outside, came back in, my eyes started bothering me. And it's really messing with me too, not just at work, but even when I had to go to the store, leave the house and drive to the store, my eyes take a while for them to adjust from a different light, I guess. Well, here lately, after I had that thing with my arm, I'm gonna back up a minute, I cut out all diet sodas. Ever since, I've never had one since. And it seemed to really solve this. But like I was saying, what she was saying with the eyes, though, I've been noticing now I can go outside on my break and lunch and whatnot, and I don't have any problem seeing. Because I got me some of those special glasses. What are they? The
blue blockers.
Blue blocker glasses to use while you're staring at the screen all day. And I don't know how it happened, but they broke and one of the lenses fell out. So the last, almost week, I haven't been using them, and I've noticed I haven't had any problems seeing the screen or anything. Or even when I get them to go outside on my break and whatnot. And so I'm thinking the diet sodas were also causing my problems with my vision, not just my arm.
Yeah, it's like those little things that you don't notice until after a while.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's
you're just gonna stay on it until you get to 6.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, because that has all the blood work results. So his job requires that every year for the insurance to get the best rate that he has to get blood work. So on January 2nd, 2024, you went and got your blood work done, and they do the basics. So they test all the cholesterol, the HDL, LDL, triglycerides. They check your A1C, your fasting glucose, and there's a couple other things on there too.
And then they told me it'd be 3 to 5 days before I get the results, but it was actually like the next day, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
So that was pretty cool too.
So we pulled up the results, and again, we've been keto for 5 years. Now, has he been perfect in 5 years? No.
Of course, I'm Heath.
No, like you heard, he was really drinking a lot of diet sodas at the early part
of
they're
diet, so they're okay.
2023 or Coke Zeros. And, at the beginning, he was also kind of going off plan a little bit until, his diabetes was reversed. And then after that, I would say we were, I would never say perfect, but, we were pretty good. Of course, going out to eat and stuff, you can't control what they add to foods, but otherwise, we cook most of the meals at home.
Yeah.
So you got your blood work. Do you want to go ahead and top some of the results? Like, you want to start with the cholesterol, because that's the number one thing that people will have told. Like, have you had friends that have been concerned about you being on keto?
Yeah, from the very beginning, several folks told me not to do it. It's dangerous. It's not rational. It's not safe.
Not sustainable.
Not sustainable. Also, and because when you stop, all your weight comes back. It's like, well, number one, you don't stop. Number two, I'm not doing this for weight loss. Yes, I've seen great results in my weight loss.
Yeah, how much weight? What weight did you start out? Like about?
I think. Well, how long into it was it?
We'll just say
I'm going to say I was around 500 pounds. Because when I got on the scale the first time, it was several weeks, or a couple of months or whatever, maybe almost, after we'd started this. And I was at like 460 something. So it tells me I was probably closer to 500 when we started.
If not over 500. Right. Okay.
I was wearing an 8XL shirt, 52-inch jeans, and size 13 shoes. Now I'm currently wearing a 2X shirt, 42-inch jeans, and size 11 shoes.
And
I just did mess with my head too that I went down in my shoe sizes too. My current weight, when I weighed in this morning, I was 278.4.
So almost, or at least 200 pounds that you have lost.
Yes. Since
being keto.
Yeah.
And
several people have commented, telling me I need a new shirt, because this is a 7X flannel, 7XL.
Yeah, well, being in Houston, Texas, we rarely shop for winter clothes, y'all.
Right.
So you just, once you buy your winter jacket, you just have it forever.
And I've always done it too, where you're 7X and 7XL. I always get the L. That's the long, because I like it having a longer tail on the shirts.
Well, and you're sitting down, so how tall are you?
6'2".
Yeah.
Or 6'4", whatever, depending on which 7-Eleven I'm leaving.
Okay. So
my license says 6'2".
Okay. So yes, we have had doubters out there, and if you are doing keto and you have family or friends that are like, oh my gosh, don't do keto, oh my gosh, it's so bad, all that red meat, all that fat, that's so bad, send them this video, y'all.
Yes.
Go ahead and hit that thumbs up and share right there. Share it on your Facebook page, share it on X, share it on Instagram, and say, look, here is someone who's been keto for 5 years, and look at their blood work. Share it, please. You have to get this message out there to help dispel
all those silly rumors.
Yeah, so that people can see, oh, what happens when you've been keto for several years? What does it do to your blood work, right? That's what people are scared about. I would like to know a lot of people that are in their 40s and higher, if they get their blood work done and 5 years later they get it done again, what that changes. So let's go ahead. 5 years. What is your HDL?
I can't read this.
Oh.
It's too dark. And then your maps on top of it. HDL. Where's it? Dang it. I'm not trying to fight, I promise. It's like everything else but on here. I'm sorry. Triglycerides, LDL, cholesterol. You said HDL. I don't even see it. Estimated what? Seriously, I don't see.
Okay, well, it's
blood
there.
pressure.
It started at the top. And
HDL cholesterol. Huh? 66.
Awesome.
And see, I don't know that though. I don't know any of this stuff. I don't understand it. I just know that when I eat right, I feel good. So that's why I'm going to keep doing it.
And what about your LDL?
That's all that I'm going to go.
So HDL.
LDL's at 90.
Awesome. So
why is that awesome? That's what I don't understand. Because can't be the only one that doesn't understand all this stuff. So explain it for these folks.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to get into the weeds, but basically I will say, well, HDL, that's what they call the good cholesterol. You want it over 50. So you've already got a 66, so that's even better. You really want it over 50. And then the LDL, you want over or under 100 or 150, and that's what people like freak out about or consider like the bad. And then what about the triglycerides? So triglycerides is like the fat in your body, and
47.
that's what let me finish my statement. That's what a lot of people freak out about, because again, keto is a high-fat diet, and now we're not eating like the seed oils. Our fat sources come from natural fats, so it's going to be your animal fats, it's going to be avocado oil, it's going to be coconut oil, and it's also going to come like from actual avocados or from meat sources. Like we eat the meat or the fat rather, that is in bacon and your steaks and stuff. So
or like with hamburger meat, I used to buy all the lean all the time, so I thought, well, I'm just taking this grease and throwing it away. Well, now we pretty much only eat 80-20.
Yeah, and keep the fat in there. We don't like use a paper towel. So yes, we are eating a high-fat diet. I would say
high-fat, low-carb.
I would say Heath is probably between the 70 to 75% fat.
Yes.
In his daily diet. I have typically a little more, 75 to 80. That's just what works for me. But yeah, so that was a lot of the people's concern, a lot of your friends and family, is because it's like, but we've been told you're not supposed to have high fat, especially not animal fats. Like you should be having beef and bacon fat, beef tallow, and lard, like, oh my gosh, you shouldn't be eating that. That's all we do.
And I've told those folks too. This is my, I tell everybody that's even thinking about it. The first thing you need to do if you're gonna do keto, disregard everything you've ever been taught as far as the standard American diet
and nutrition.
Nutrition, yeah.
So with that said, that again comes in for the triglycerides, which you're going to need. So what are your triglycerides? 47, y'all. Not 470, 47, 2 digits. 47 is his triglycerides. That is amazing. I know that's the one you want under 100.
Okay,
so
I'm way under 100. That's good.
Yeah, you're doing amazing with that. And I mean, that just right there. Now, there's one, it should say total cholesterol. And then there's
so HDL, cholesterol, blood pressure. Total cholesterol, 170.
awesome. And then read some, what's the next one?
Fasting glucose.
Okay.
88.
Awesome.
Total cholesterol, HDL, 2.6.
There you go. That's what I was looking for. So 2.6. So, again, if you're somebody who's been very skeptical of keto because you have heard, oh my gosh, how could that be heart healthy? How could that be good for you? Your cholesterol is going to be crazy. Look, total cholesterol was 2.6.
What I tell folks too, even if my cholesterol is high, it just means I'm doing my diet correctly.
Well, what you're referring to is actually the total cholesterol, but you have to look at each of the parts on it and then look at that one, the 2.6, to see where you're at. So that's amazing.
My HDL cholesterol.
Yeah, we've gone through that.
What did I tell you it was?
66.
Yes, ma'am.
I know I was taking a test.
And then, well, because I've had also people ask me, well, what are you going to do if your diabetes comes back? I'm like, well, how's it going to come back when I'm not eating sugar? I'm not eating a lot of carbs.
Or simple carbs.
Simple carbs. How's it going to come back? And it hasn't.
Well, I mean, we don't know. We'll talk about those numbers in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there, I know that is a lot of people question keto for cholesterol. So again, 5 years, and you have perfect cholesterol numbers.
Across the board, yeah.
Yeah, I most people in their 40s, they're not going to see those kind of numbers.
Because remember, too, they did blood work. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with my arm, and there was no problems with my blood on there neither.
Well, right. So
I'm just saying, just repetitively.
Well, yeah, and over the years, we have gotten blood work done, almost every year, except for that pandemic year. But almost every year, and yeah, I feel like your numbers just keep getting better. And are you taking any medication for your cholesterol?
None.
Are you taking any medication for diabetes?
None.
What medication, like prescription medication, do you actually take?
Just the Abaju.
Which is for?
My MS.
Okay.
Keep my flare-ups in check.
Yeah.
I take one 14 milligram pill daily.
Yes.
I take it first thing in the morning.
And then the only other pills.
Supplements, kind of.
Yeah, or supplements. And what are those for? Do you know what supplements you're taking?
One, I know I take beef liver pills because I absolutely detest liver. So why not take it in a pill? It's quicker and easier. And then it doesn't affect me, my taste buds, or assault my tongue. The other one is the magnesium malate.
Yeah, magnesium malate.
I take 2 of those a day, just two pills. And then, what is that for, though?
That's to help you get your magnesium, and it's the one that's specifically magnesium that helps the nerves. That's what malate is.
Because MS is a nerve disease. And then what's the other one? Oh, I take I've always had restless leg syndrome my whole life. I remember getting in trouble for it as a kid because I'd be laying on the floor. My parents were sitting on the couch, and I'm laying on the floor just kicking my leg the whole time. They said it was just super annoying. But anyways, what's that?
So you take a Reds, Mega Reds for that.
Yeah. Take one pill, and then there's one other one I take. I can't remember what it is.
Well, actually, it's a prescription, but it's for D3.
Oh, yeah, D3, because I take that pill once a week.
Yeah, so
I take it every Sunday morning.
His neurologist prescribed that because most people, especially since he works from home, used to when he did, cabinetry, construction, he would be outside more.
Yeah.
But since he works from home, a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D, so his doctor gives him a mega dose that he just has to take once a week.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's all the pills I take.
Right. So he's not taking a huge array of supplements, y'all.
Right.
He's only prescription.
My only supplements is my food.
Exactly. I love that. So there's that. The only other blood work we're going to go over is your A1C. But how about, since we've been talking for a while, why don't we go ahead and show them all your food?
All right, let's do it right now. Sunday morning breakfast. I got my hard-boiled eggs, topped a little bit of this buffalo sauce. And then I got my breakfast meatballs with a kefir cheese dipping sauce that I mixed in with some of this ghost pepper sauce from my HotLine pepper products. Sunday lunch, I got that pulled pork, and then I added some of this Rayo's roasted garlic marinara. Also added this evil ooze to it, and then topped it with some cheddar cheese. It's my favorite way to sauce up marinara, is to add the evil ooze to it. It's like a perfect compliment. Sunday night dinner, we have some Instant Pot corned beef and cabbage. And then of course I had to dot it with some of my moist clown tears. Monday morning breakfast, and I have the rest of my breakfast meatballs along with my hard-boiled eggs, and I top those with this, Rattler hot sauce. And then I have a good helping of that Christmas kraut. And then I have my kefir cheese dipping sauce that I blended with the ghost pepper sauce. Monday lunch, I got some more of that pulled pork I made in the Instant Pot, and then I topped it with some of this marinara and some evil ooze. It's my Monday night dinner, and I'm having a double helping of our good luck lasagna. And then of course I had to top it with some of my moist clown tears. Tuesday morning breakfast, I got my hard-boiled eggs, and today I topped it with some of this confetti relish. I got some sliced salami and some block cheese. For lunch, I got some beefy cabbage soup. I got all the remnants from when we made the corned beef the other night, all that vegetable. I put all the vegetables in this, put that stock, and then put 3 pounds of hamburger meat with it. And then I had some dehydrated zucchini chips. I added those in here as well to give it a little more flavor.
Welcome again from Mama Bear Lynette.
Hi, everybody. So
My
I brought...
adopted mother.
Thank you, because I'm, 10 years older than you?
Probably not even.
I brought them a few treats, and we wanted to share that with you today. So here we have a butterscotch cheesecake. The crust is coconut flour with cocoa, chopped pecans, and then once that was baked, I sprinkled on some chocolate chips. Once they warmed up, I spread it out. The butterscotch includes 2 packs of butterscotch Ketochow, and then the topping is just sour cream with a little bit of the butterscotch flavored extract. Moving on, we have coconut macaroons, but these are special. Those are maple pecan, and so that includes the maple waffle Ketochow. And once those were baked, I drizzled some Lily's white chocolate on top and then some toasted chopped pecans. We also have snickerdoodle cookies, the old-fashioned kind that Grandma used to make, or maybe not. Of course, made with real butter, and that includes the snickerdoodle Ketochow rolled in cinnamon and monk fruit afterwards, so a little erythritol. And then we have...
Hey, yo.
And then we have a box of my homemade peppermint cream pie tarts. The crust is also the same as the cheesecake, but without the pecans. So it's just the coconut flour, cocoa, and a little bit of allulose. And once that was baked, it's got a bright pink filling that is peppermint cream. So that includes Ketochow, peppermint, and gosh, was there cream cheese in there? I don't know. Go to the Ketochow website and look for the chocolate cream pie recipe. And then there is a peppermint flavored whipped cream around the top. And then it's a melted Lily's milk chocolate molded snowflake on each one.
Oh, wow.
Hope you
That's
like it.
amazing. Thank you, Lynette.
You're welcome. Mwah. Love you.
Tuesday night dinner, and I got a 3-pound tri-tip we're about to enjoy with our friend Mama Bear Lynette. Wednesday breakfast, I have my hard-boiled eggs topped with some of this little hot sauce, and then some Pernell sausage patties topped with some of that Kefir cheese. Wednesday lunch, I got another bowl of my beefy vegetable soup. Oh yeah, and I topped it with some of this shredded cheese. Wednesday night dinner, and I got the leftovers, y'all. This is the leftover tri-tip from last night, along with those sauteed veggies and shrimp. And then I topped it with a fried egg and a little bit of hot sauce. Thursday morning breakfast, and I got some pulled pork that I cooked up in the Instant Pot, and then my hard-boiled eggs. I'm not eating all of this today, it's already in a container, so why not just use it, eat some of it, and then throw the lid on it and put it in the fridge. Thursday lunch, and I got my beefy vegetable soup topped with some shredded cheese and a little dash of this Kentuckian hot sauce. Thursday night dinner, we're having breakfast for dinner. We got some sausage and egg tacos. And then I got some stuffed mushrooms and bell peppers as well. Oh yeah, and half an avocado. And then I dotted it all with some of this hot sauce. This looks amazing. Friday breakfast, I got my hard-boiled eggs, some pulled pork topped with some Kefir cheese, and then I topped it all with some of this hot sauce. Friday lunch, and I got some more of the beefy vegetable soup and an avocado. Saturday morning breakfast, and I got some more of that Instant Pot pulled pork topped with some Kefir cheese and my hard-boiled eggs, and I topped all of it with some of this little bit of bottle of hot sauce. Saturday lunch, and I have the rest of that beefy vegetable soup. I'm going to enjoy some of these stupid hot pork rinds, and then I have an avocado, and then somebody gifted me a Dutch Bros Super Rain Bro.
That was Lisa.
Yeah.
L Strange.
Thank you. Saturday night dinner, and y'all, the warden hit another one out of the park. She got us a bone-in ribeye, some Brussels sprouts, our Christmas kraut, and then some roasted tomato, topped with some cheese and breadcrumbs, or pork rind crumbs, actually, pork panko.
Well, there's what you eat. Everybody got to see. There's what you've been basically eating, because I would say we're pretty routine, right?
Yes.
We don't have a huge variation of food.
Not really.
I mean, we like to change it up Friday nights for the Friday night feast.
Yes.
And try different things, but you get a good view of what he eats to get these lab results. So again, when people are like, either keto's not sustainable, well look, it's been sustainable for 5 years, and look at all of the amazing food we get to eat on keto. I think there's lots of options.
Yeah. In fact, I think I eat better now, better quality foods especially, now than I ever did when I was eating the standard American diet.
Well, let me ask you this, because some people, they don't know when you say quality. So are you saying you eat like all organic, grass-fed, grass-finished?
No, I'm just not eating. I think a lot of it is, like I said, I don't eat a lot of packaged foods anymore. I figured the only real packaged food I eat is like when we buy the Purnells, the breakfast sausages, that kind of thing. Those, I figured those packaged. Anything I gotta open out of a thing like that, you know?
Right. Or sometimes like a keto product, like Keto Brick.
I eat Keto Brick. The only actual keto foods, like keto, like logo or titles or whatever ones that I actually stand behind and feel like they are actually true keto, they're not just gimmick, is Keto Brick, Ketochow, and Keto the desserts. What's his name? They sent for us my birthday too. What
Oh, Keto Krack'd?
Yes, Keto Krack'd. Those are the only three.
Yes. And then we do like Porky Good.
Yes.
For their pork rinds.
They're original flavors. Their new ones are kind of sketchy to me because they put
the
sweetened ones because they put sugar in it.
Yeah.
I don't eat sugar, so I avoid those.
Right. Even if I know for some people, and everybody's individual, some people are like, oh, but it's just 1 gram a serving. I mean, if you're good with that, that's good for you.
Yeah.
I think with us, because we were both former diabetics, it's just still like, ooh, we don't want to take that chance. Even a small amount, I don't want to put into our body because our body did not handle sugar well.
Right. Like when I do go buy the pork rinds at the store, I always read the ingredients first. Well, I do that for everything I buy. I always read the ingredients first before
if it's not in the produce or the meat section, we're reading ingredients.
I even take my phone out now. A lot of times I'll take a picture of the ingredient label and so I can blow it up, make it bigger.
Yeah.
All the time I'm doing that.
Well, all the time I'm trying to.
Every time I go to the store, anytime I see something new.
Oh, like a new item. But I was trying to think of, okay, what else do we buy that's in a package?
Well, because like we're saying, we like spicy food, so I'm always trying to find new hot sauces all the time.
Oh, yeah.
We collect hot sauces. So before I go and purchase it, I actually look and see if there's actual sugar in it or not.
Right, because they do love to throw that in there.
And all the other names for sugar, I look for that all as well.
Yes, there's so many different ones, y'all. Okay, so again, you got to see all of the great food that he eats every week. And in a typical day, how many meals do you have?
3.
Okay.
On a typical.
Yes. So 3 meals every day, and
then y'all may have seen it. Well, you saw where I'm eating the hard-boiled eggs. I eat at least 4 every single day. Well, not every, because some days I'll eat just scrambled eggs or something. But we figured out by accident, actually, that the hard-boiled eggs actually help me with with my lesions. I think that's prevented new lesions from coming. I think the diet has really done it for me.
Well, when do you eat these hard-boiled eggs?
First thing in the morning.
So it's your
breakfast. Yes.
Okay.
I say first thing. Yeah. I say first thing, but yeah, I usually eat that for my standard breakfast. I eat just eggs, some kind of meat, and some kind of cheese with it. It's gotta keep it real simple and real fast. And then I usually cook 36. Usually it's like 36 eggs at once. I cook them in the Instant Pot and just keep them in a container in the fridge so they're ready for me at all times. I'm real big on meal prepping.
Yes. And I think
makes life easy.
Yes, that has tremendously helped. Not only do I feel like financially it's beneficial to meal prep, but it just, especially if you're new to keto, it helps reduce the chances of you going off plan or making a decision that you might not be happy about later, right? If you're meal prepped, you've got your meals there. So you meal prep your eggs, you meal prep your lunch.
Because in fact, before we left this morning, I put on a pot of chili in the Instant Pot, and it's cooking for me right now. I use that all the time. What's that for? That's probably my dinner tonight and probably my lunch tomorrow, maybe my dinner tomorrow too. Because I'm okay with eating repetition like that. Every once in a while, I'll change it up. Especially like with my breakfast, I'll eat my eggs, but then I'll change out the meats. It's like usually I've been having that pulled pork the last couple of days.
Huh?
Well, this morning, she had some leftover steak last night, so that's what I had for breakfast this morning. So, or I'll have a couple of links of sausage, or a link of sausage, or a couple of sausage patties or something, or a slice of ham or whatever. It's like, I just change up the meat, but I'm still eating my eggs and cheese with it, though.
Yeah, always your eggs.
Yes.
And which is really convenient because if you do travel,
yes,
most hotels, if they offer a breakfast, will have hard-boiled eggs. And so that just makes it easy to continue having the hard-boiled eggs. Or if not,
because I even did that on the cruise.
A lot of gas stations offer, I mean, yeah, it's going to be more expensive, so better if you can do it yourself. But a lot of them, if you're in a pinch, you can get you some hard-boiled eggs at a gas station.
A little pro tip on that, too, though. Skip the gas station. Go ahead and go to your grocery store. Over there in their prepared foods aisle, they'll have them also. And they're cheaper.
Yes.
You always pay more at a grocery store.
Right. And then, you know, like at Costco and I think Sam's, they have a big selection, like, I mean, a big box of hard-boiled eggs.
And I was doing that for a while, then we started doing the math. I'm like, well, it's cheaper. I'll just go ahead and make my own, and it's quicker. I mean, it's not quicker, but it's easier. So, I mean, it's easy to do it, so why not?
Yeah. But if you are looking and you're like, oh, I just don't want to do that, well, you can go and buy it already done.
Yes.
And it, again, that's a healthy, quick and easy option for you, especially if you're new and you're going to work and you're like, oh, I just don't want to have to heat anything up or package anything. Hard-boiled eggs are just a great source. It's the perfect meal. It's got everything you need right there. The yolk has great fat, and then the whites is full of protein.
And then just like this morning, I overslept a little bit, so I didn't know if I was going to have time to eat before we left. So I was already planning on how I'm going to package it and bring it with us and eat it in the car. I just throw it in we have a collection of solo cups, so I'm just going to throw it in a cup and bring it with us if need be.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's simple. I guess it's also a different mindset on it because I used to work out of my truck all day and I would carry my lunch. So I just have new ways of doing it. Because I would even take steak with me in my lunch, but I would pre-cut it up before I packed it. So I wouldn't have to mess with it while I'm I pull over side of the road, or at a job site or whatever, and I just sit there and eat it. But I don't have to sit there and cut it up because it's already done for me.
Right. Well, I think we've had the suspense long enough on the A1C. So that is, again, if you're a diabetic or you know someone who is a diabetic and they have been skeptical about keto, and, well, yeah, maybe it'll help in the short term, because I've heard people say before, well, anytime you make a diet change, you're going to have drastic results, but that's not going to last.
That's not typical or whatever. Right.
Well, they think, well, you might have that for the short run, but what's going to happen a year or two?
Right.
So 5 years of keto, what is your A1C now?
4.9.
I couldn't hear you. Shout it.
4.9.
Yes. 4.9, y'all. Like, I know a lot of people who aren't diabetic, they just living life, right? Just eating whatever they want, and they don't even have an A1C that low. Like, a lot of people, that's why they raised the A1C to say under 5.7 is considered normal. It used to be like 5.5 and under, but they increased it because so many people's numbers aren't low anymore. And so now you're in the 4s. You're 4.9 A1C. That is incredible. And for somebody who is 47?
Yes.
47 years old.
That's unheard of in this day and age, in this country, the way we eat.
Right. And I would consider us like average people.
I would
now,
too.
There are a lot of people out there, if you get into your like really intense health professionals, the ones that are like bodybuilders or fitness gurus, they might,
athletes.
and athletes and stuff, they probably do have healthy blood work. But for your average person living your average life,
Just a guy.
right, and eating food like a normal person would, right? Like you don't, I feel like sometimes people who are in the nutrition and fitness sphere where, you know, like they're a bodybuilder or a weightlifter or, you know, all CrossFit genius or whatever, you know, all those people on that end, right, that they live and breathe health, nutrition, exercise. Yeah, they're concerned and they're thinking about what they're going to eat, how they're going to eat it, and all that stuff. For you,
I'm always thinking about how I'm going to eat and when I'm going to eat. That's because I love food. That's why. Not because I'm doing other stuff.
Right. I'm saying,
yeah.
Are you thinking, well, I'm not going to have this because
it does this.
Right.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I am thinking that way. I'm not going to eat this, but this seed oils and stuff because of what it does to my body. I'm not going to eat these because of the sugar in it. I don't want that. It wreaks havoc on me.
Mm-hmm. But when you go to the store, do you find it difficult to figure out what to eat?
Not at all. Honestly, the first thing I do when I go to any grocery store, well, okay, predominantly I go to H-E-B, Kroger, and Sprouts. And, well, now, and Aldi.
Yeah.
First thing I do when I get there, go straight to their meat section and look for the discounts.
I thought you were going to say straight to the restroom.
You have to tell them everything.
So, yeah, you go straight to the meat section and look for those.
Look for the discounts.
Yeah, and because I know some people who, again, are on that huge health spectrum, and that's great for them. And I know people find that motivating. I honestly am like, okay, I'm never going to be that type of person, so it's not motivating for me. I'm not knocking them. Great. Right. If that's your life, that you want to live and breathe health and nutrition, great for you. But that's not me. I have other things that I find enjoyable that I like in life. So I just want something that is going to be easy, delicious, that's not going to require tons of thought and changes. Like I'm not going to have to go, well, it's got to be grass-fed and grass-finished.
I like what Dr. Berry calls it, the panda massaged.
Mm-hmm.
We have bought those before when we caught them on sale and whatnot like that, and I honestly don't prefer the taste of that.
Right.
I like my regular ones better.
And we don't, you know, go through, like I know some that are like, oh, I don't eat that. I just eat lamb because it's superior.
Yeah.
Red meat is lamb and stuff. I'm just like, no, I get whatever's on sale when it comes to the meat.
And y'all, honestly, I know for a fact we're very, very fortunate to be living in Houston. Yeah. This is beef country. I hear lots of folks.
Where am I going to be turning?
You're going to take right on the 646.
Alright, is that this? I can't tell. Sorry, y'all. We're trying to drive too.
This is my old stomping ground, so I got to kind of reset a little bit.
So, yeah, we're fortunate. We're in a big city.
Yes.
So we do have lots of competition. So, like Kroger, H-E-B, Sprouts, Aldi, Joe V's, Food Town. I mean, there's a plethora, Fiesta. There's a plethora, thank you, of grocery stores. So
Whole Foods,
yeah. Like, I'm serious. There's so many. Randall's.
Right there. Yeah, Randall's are coming back.
So, yeah, we have so much, and that really drives competition,
yes.
Which then drives us to having really good prices on the most part. But again, we look for what's on sale. So, you know what? Even though I might want, you know, like ribeyes, if they're not on sale, but a roast is on sale, yes. We'll get the roast. We make it really easy. So if you like that, if you're like, you know what, I see these professional cooks and they make everything fancy, which is nice to look at, but I don't have the time. I don't have the money for all of that. And maybe even the know-how to do all of that. I just need simple, delicious, easy food that I can make from going to my general grocery store. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yes,
because that's
please.
What we focus on. All of our recipes, you don't need fancy ingredients. You don't need to go on Amazon and order stuff because, oh, I need this fancy ingredient. I need this special egg powder. Or I need this other thing or this and that in order to make a dish. No. We make simple, delicious recipes that you can go to your grocery store and find those ingredients.
Yes.
And we're not going to do where it's expensive ingredients either. So, I mean, you can always adjust to what you want, you know. If you're like, well, I mean, I know they said to get this, but I'm going to get the organic zucchini. You're more than welcome to. But if you're looking for something that you know will be cost effective, that's what we do. We're frugal people, so we're also going to have frugal recipes, and that's our goal.
In fact, one of the things I really, really thoroughly enjoy when all of our viewers are posting their pictures or their recipes into our Facebook group, and they're showing how they take our recipe, and I call it, they're fixing it. They're adjusting it to fit their likes and whatnot, because several of them have taught me new ways of making things. They did a twist on it, and I was like, oh, that's so good. That's a very good idea. That's why I'm going to do it from now on, because so-and-so taught me that.
Right.
And so I love that. I feel like that really builds the community, too.
Yeah, so we're open. Again, just make it to your own, and then you can join our Facebook group, which is linked below as well, and share your wonderful meals that you make.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we thoroughly impressed with. I feel like so many of y'all are really good cooks, and we like showcasing that. So all the pictures y'all post into the Facebook group, every Friday night we do a little trailer right before we go live to showcase all of y'all and all of the wonderful dishes y'all are putting out. I think that's amazing.
And again, if you're needing ideas. It's simple, easy. This your everyday people, and this is what they're making for their food, and then you can get ideas from each other. Again, keto is not difficult. Keto is not fancy. Keto is just simple, good, healthy, nutrition-filled food. That's what it is, plain and simple. And again, you don't need to buy anything like organic, high dollar in order to be successful, because look at Heath, 5 years of keto. You heard all of his wonderful blood work numbers, and this is by doing
and keeping it simple too.
Keeping it simple and delicious and frugal.
Yes.
That's been our goal when we cook. We're not high dollar people when it comes to cooking, because it's the bottom line, right? A lot of times, like at Kroger, he just gets whatever meat he sees in the discount section.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to make meals off of. That's what we're looking for. And so I hope y'all enjoyed this and learned something. Please share your stories down below.
Yes, please.
How long have you been keto?
What are your tips and tricks, too?
How long have you been keto? And how are your blood work results? And let everybody else be able to read that too, so that way, if they are if somebody is questioning keto and its health benefits, they can read all the comments and see how it has helped you when it comes to your health.
Yes.
And please share this video, y'all. We need to get this word out. We need to dispel the negativity that is around keto.
A lot of misinformation too.
Right, and the only way to do that is you have to share. You have to share this information, and sometimes your friends and family don't want to listen to what you're saying, but when they hear a third person talk about it, they're more apt to listen.
Correct.
So please share this video. That would really help us and help get the word out there, because more people need to hear about this. Diabetes is out of control right now. All kinds of other health issues are just out of control, and the only way it's going to get fixed is people need to hear the truth and learn and make the necessary changes.
Correct. Man, that's a lot to take in. I'm sorry. But I appreciate y'all watching. I really do. And don't forget, every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live for the Friday night feast. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple of snacks, show y'all how to do it. Then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. Hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Thank y'all for watching, and see y'all on the next one.
Bye.
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.
Stay tuned, please, at the end of this video for all of our wonderful channel members. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Words can't say enough, honestly, of how much we love y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Bye.